Hello guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. It's MRCs. If you're new to this channel, you're most welcome. In today's video, we shall be looking at the TNA. This is in safety. So basically, I will try to work to, to see what I can do. My targets today is my targets are to use the conditioned functions to completely finish it, though it may be a huge task, but yeah, I think I'll try. So basically, this is our TNA. So if I can just take you briefly, so it captures trainings that have been done for specific positions by the project or site requirement. Then it also categorizes depending on which sector. So for now, I'm looking at construction. Then I think we shall proceed later. So basically, this is it. This is the TNA. Then these are the trainings. We shall also look at the course validity. These are then the revalidation method and also the duration in hours. We shall use all this and we shall see how far we can go while working with this. So we can start. We can start by calculating the average individual compliance for the respective what personnels. Okay, so how do we calculate the individual compliance? To explain this, NA would mean not applicable. The training is not applicable to this person. Yeah. MP, this one, would mean the training needs to be done by this person, but he hasn't yet done. Then where we see the dates this training has been done by the individual. So then these are the lists of trainings. These are the lists of trainings. Yeah. So we can start. So how do we calculate that? We shall use equal sign. Now we need to calculate the percentage. So for us to calculate the percentage, we need the trainings done over the trainings done plus those he has not done, isn't it? Then we multiply that by 100, isn't it? So we can start with the trainings. We can start with the trainings done. So you just select the whole of this. Okay, up to here. So for now it's in percentage. Let me try to put it in number. So you'll notice that it's one. It's only one training that this person has done. It's this one. Let me try to highlight this. Yeah, it's only one training. So now we know he has done one training. Then I can copy this. Then this is over this plus I use the count if. I'll use the count if. Then this would be my range. Then what I would be looking for would be that. Are we together? Then I can close it out. So these are the trainings done over the trainings done plus the ones he has to do. How do you find the ones that he has to do but he has not done? It would this would be it would be this. Count if we insert a condition that count for me in this range the number of times this is appearing. So for example, if it's appearing 4 times, this is 4 plus 1 to give me 5 trainings. So it would be 1 over 5 altogether. So when I press enter, it would still give me 1. So I can convert this into a percentage. So basically, here there's one training he has not done. Then there are other train, and he has only done one training. Basically, that is it. Then this TBC would be to be confirmed. We are not sure whether the training has to be done or not. So after calculating this one person, all we can do is we can fill handle. We can fill handle up to here. Then so we have this error. So what we can do, in our previous videos, I taught you how to remove such errors. I can select this. I copy. This is Ctrl C. Then I can insert here if error if error, then leave it blank. Alright, together. If this calculation gives us an error, let's leave it blank. So I can fill handle this. So basically that is it. Then remember these columns don't have they don't have these are separators as you can just keep it like that. So basically we have just calculated the individual compliance for each and every person here. So we can proceed to calculate the average compliance. Then we can select from here up to there. Then this would be the average compliance, the average individual compliance. Are we together? So basically that is it when we are calculating the individual compliance. So we came across two functions. We came across count and count if. Now we are going to insert conditions. Remember, it's now hard for us to determine which trainings have been done, which trainings have not been done. So what we can do, basically the trick I do, I first choose the first cell. So I come to know that the first cell is a D7. That's important to me. Then I can select the whole file. So after selecting the whole file, remember we have the cells that have the trainings done. We have the ones that have NA. We have the ones that have MP. Then also TBC. We need to assign all of them colors but we can achieve that using conditional formatting. So I can insert I can start with this This will help me fill in the training that have been done. Okay, then can come here, manage. Then I can come and I edit this. Remember, it has many colors, so I may need only one color. Whatever, solid color. Can choose green. And I apply. Okay, so just let me see. So that's what I just did. So to each and every training that has been done, uh, it will return green, and even the percentage will change. For example, let me assume this training was done today, this particular training. So this person's individual compliance is at 30%. So if we give him today's training, which is 12th of Jan 2025, okay, this is okay. It was at 26, let me use this, 25. See, the percentage would change. It would still capture him. Now, we need to add another. So we have already dealt with the first one as per our selection. So let us proceed to all cells that have, so I can select the whole of this. Remember, we are adding conditions. Select the whole of our table, then come to condition, then new row. We are going to use now a formula. Okay, so our formula would be equal sign, then our cell would be, our first cell, if you remember, was D7. If D7 is equal to M space P, that's how we had set it, then what color should we fill it? Can fill it this color. Okay. Okay. What's wrong? Okay, so remember, when we are inserting usually we have to put this, then you click OK. All together. Those are apostrophes. Those are quotation marks. So you'll notice that to every item that's an NA in our work now has an MP. Can modify this a little. Let me see. Manage rules. Come back here. Edit rule. No borders, no what. Solid fill. Okay. Icon assets. Okay. So we are going to add another condition to this condition. So what we do, Let me close this. We select our table. So after selecting our table, come to condition, new rule. We are using a formula equal sign NA equal, remember it is D7 equal sign NA. Here we are developing a training needs analysis or any, it can be a tracker or what. These are just conditions you put in. They help you to identify areas and easily identify data. So we can format this if it's not applicable. It's not applicable. Okay, I can give it this color. This is too bright. You can use this. It's not applicable. Okay. Yeah. So basically, so for example, you can notice how the colors change. Will change. You see now these are conditions we just put in, and all this affects the percentages. So we have just remember we are modifying it to 100%. So the first thing we did was to calculate the individual compliance. Then we went to using condition formatting to try to highlight out the different achievements of requirements in the data. So basically that's what we did, where you saw that to all trainings that were done, we assigned the dates, and by the conditions, all the dates turned green. Then for MP, that is mandatory post-mobilization, that is after you coming to maybe work or site, these are the trainings you have to do. Then it also gave us a condition, we gave it a color, that color. Then to all trainings that are not applicable to the particular individual, also we gave it a color. So we have moved a step. So we shall now be moving down to calculating the total training hours. So how do we calculate the total training? Before we even look at this, let us first try to calculate. Remember, it can count. If I can take you down up a little bit, it is telling us that each training is 2 hours. This is construction of permit work system is 2 hours. So, and these are the trainings that have been done. So how do you calculate this? We shall just use an ISO. We shall use count. So that will count. So these are 13 trainings that have been done. These are the number of trainings. Done. These are 13. So you can just fill a hand of this to here. We can add a condition. Let's see. Okay, so these are the number of trainings done. For example, if this training is also done, let me use today. Notice that this would change, this would change, this would also change. So we can move to the next part. This one we shall be calculating training hours. This is more of like if you're going to analyze this data extensively, that's when you can go for this. We can find the total hours here. For example, right here just use count if. Just use count, then you select all of this up to here. Then we close this, then we are multiplying. This is shift times by this cell. And press enter. It would give us a date, but because it's in the date format, so we convert it to a number. We can reduce the decimal signs. Okay, we can take it to one decimal place because there are some trainings that are 1.5 hours, so we need also to capture that. So from here you can just drag this. You can just drag this up to here. So it will give us, those are the numbers. There's 30 hours like that. So basically that is it. Because if these are 13 trainings and each training is 2 hours, that would reflect 26 hours. Now we already know that there are 26 hours, but we want to know how many hours were achieved in 2021, how many hours were achieved in 2022, 2023, and 2024. So we shall have to use count if, then we shall also use some dates. So we can start easily. For example, we shall be using count if equal sign. This is count if. We open our bracket. So what's our range? My range is this. You can select the whole of this. This is my range up to here. Okay. Then move to my criteria. So all trainings that were done in 2021, they began on 1st January and ended on, actually we have to use count ifs, not even count if. Let me add an S here. Okay. So our first criteria would be greater or equal to 1st Jan. First Jan 2021. You can close this. Remember these quotation marks are always important. Comma, my criteria range would still be the same. All together. Let me select again. Okay. Comma, open quotations. Then this would be less than or equal to 31st of December 2024, 2021. Close quotation. So after that, remember we want the system to count for us within this range. Just count for us the dates that are between 1st of January to 31st. So once I press enter, where is my error? Oh, okay. I think this is where the error is. Fix it. So the quotations start from here. Press enter. So this would be 0. But now this one is just counting. It's not even multiplying by hours. So we multiply this. We multiply that by the training hours. And press enter. So basically it is 0. So let me just give you a scenario. For example, if someone did this training on, you see what this is 2023, let me put 2021. You see, the training hours would be 2. Why? Because the training is 1. This training is 1 times the training hour. Each training takes 1 hour, so it was 1 training. So it's the same way you can calculate all these other ones. So let me take this back to 2023. Then I can copy the same formula, replicate it here, just change the years. This is a 2. That's the beauty of Excel. Okay. The only mistake I've made here is not putting equal signs. So 6 divided by 2 hours, those are 3 trainings in 2022. So we have 1, 2, 3. Others are not. So equal sign. I paste this. This is 2023. This is also 2023. Equal sign, press enter. So these are 14. Then 2024. Equal sign, paste this. And this is 2024. This is 2020. 2024. So basically that is it. So if you try to notice, if we add the whole of these, now these are training hours, the sum is 26 and this is 26. So basically that is that's the distribution of the training hours per given year. So we can run the same. So today we are not doing bad. We have really done it. Okay. This is realistic data. This can be your report. Yeah, this can be your report. It also tracks performance and yeah, basically. So we have already come up with that. I think now we are left with one part of this fixing the whole of the TNA. That is average we have done, training hours we have done, trainings done, training hours, individual compliance. So I want us to look at this. It's called course validity. For example, this is let me see. Let me just try to increase. This course is valid 5 years from when it's done. Then this is annual. Then that is annual 5 years. So it's called course validity. So under course validity, I think I'll only work uh, course validity is quite tricky, but because we are working with different cells, so we have to be technical with that. So if let me do this. So I'm going to do this all trainings that are in 5 years. So basically, what I can do, let me see. Let me work with these ones that are annual. It's still the same, doesn't change. So what we do, if these are 5 years, these are five. Let me see also this. I just want to demonstrate something. Yeah, this is five annual five five five. Okay, let me reduce this to here. So, okay, so our first cell here is it's D7. So what I will do, I'll be selecting. Let me reduce this a little bit further. Okay, this is smaller, but this is 5 years. So I will select all trainings that are running 5 years. This is annual. This is 5 years. This is 5 years. This is 5 years. So I have one, two. You select all trainings that have 5 years. Then we are going to add another condition too. So we insert a new role. We use a formula, then equal sign. So we shall be using another function in Excel. We shall use we shall use like three functions. We shall use int, we shall use yafrac, then we shall also use today. It is still the same trick. You can start with okay, to give you a little background. The int it's the integer. It rounds off the number to the nearest integer, meaning it gives all our values to whole numbers. Then when you look at the year frac, this one calculates the fraction of this year of the year presented by the number of days between the dates. So basically that's what we shall do. So how do we go around that? We shall introduce, we can start with the year frac. Open brackets. You can do D7, comma, then we introduce today. Brackets. Insert 5 years. Then you can introduce the int. See, basically, we can format this to a lighter color like this. Okay. If you notice nothing happens, let me explain this. For example, we know, let me use date of birth. Let me say someone was born on 1st Jan 20, 2022. Another one was born on 1st, okay, 23rd September 1996. Another one was born on 14th July 'cause this is an equal sign, 1998. So I want us to understand this. So how do we calculate let's say how we want to know their age. Remember, Excel is all about tricks and working. We want to know their age. I'm explaining. This is what I'm explaining. So if I break it down, we shall be using int, which means integer. Shall be using year, frac, then we shall use today. So we shall be looking at all these three. So we can start. Equal sign is this one. Returns the year fraction presenting the number of whole days between start date and end date. Okay. So what is our start date and what's our end date? Our end date is usually the present. Then our start date, the day we started living. So I can click on this. Then our end date. Let me use today. Then I can use 1. One represents actual, like actual. So press enter. So it would give me 3 point this. So these are the years. If someone was born obviously in 2022, this year is 2025. So roughly these are 3 years. So the reason why I introduced the integer, this one it rounds off this to give me a whole number. So when I come here, I insert int, open brackets, press enter. So it will give me 3 years. So if I fill handle this, that is it. So these are their ages. So when I'm calculating the course validity, if someone did a training, on 11th of no December, that is 2024, it will count him zero. It will still count him zero because he has not yet made 1 month. But if he did it, maybe let's say it would still, because these are the other one, it counts him like that because it has this. But if we remove this, this is how old this person is. But I'm not interested in this. I'm interested in the whole number. Are we together? So if you did this training in 2023, it would be 1 year. So I tell I'm telling the computer that if this training is 5 years, give it this color. So what we did, we came to condition formatting. We had selected. We came here. So we came here. We edited. Okay. This has to be 1. We need the actual. So if the difference you always have to come back and check this. This is D7. If the difference between the start date and the end date is what? We put an, if it is greater, or equal to 5, then we give it this color. Are we together? I've explained it in this sheet. If the difference between this cell and today is greater or equal to 5 years, then give it this color. So you press OK. You can click back and try to confirm this is OK. So we click apply and OK. So in our TNA, the training needs analysis, as per our selection, nothing has happened. Why? Because all these trainings are recent. Let us assume this training was done in 2019, this one. If we put here 2019, since we are in 2025, these have to be at least 5 years. Okay. So that's right. Let me see. Let me first select back this. Let me repeat this. So I think I will be removing this and I edit it. So I just had to change a little bit. I just had to modify the other formula. So basically that is it. For example, let me see here. Okay, this is 5 years. If this, let me just give an example. If this training was done, let's say 12th of Jan 2018. See, so this is more than 5 years. So it will give us that color. You get? So if this training was done 11th of Jan 2022, it would be green. This training is still valid for this person. If this training is not yet done, it would go back. So now this is you operating your TNA. You saw me. You saw where we started. We started from scratch to where we are. We have used functions, normal function. I can elaborate on this. Okay, annual means 1 year, so we can try it here. So let me see all annuals. These two are annual, so I select this. Control. I select this. Okay. So even these three annual. So for now, I can work with only this selection. We usually pick or choose. No, this is E. This is 7. So this is E7. So we came to condition formatting. We came to new rule, equal sign. So equal sign, int, bracket, flag, bracket. So what's our start date? It is E7. When I say E7, I mean cell E7. Then today's file today. Comma. I need actual figures. So this would be the formula. Then if this number is greater or equal to 1 year, then we can flag it. Can say red. Okay. Then remember, most of the times I can copy this. I want to show you something. So this is something I've found in Microsoft Excel while operating with the conditions. Most of the times when you write your formula the way it is properly and you press enter, okay, and you come back, click on it, come back, it would have changed it. This was E7 if you remember. So you remove this, you put your E, and you click OK, then you apply. And click OK. So if you try to notice these blanks, these blanks are also highlighted. So what do we do for these blanks most of the times? We insert another condition. Usually, let me use just E7 equal sign, new rule, and why are they selected? Equal sign. Equal sign, if E7 equals blank, you can leave it blank or white, clear. Click OK. That's it. You can come back here if you're not satisfied. Come back here, edit, look for usually puts A7, but we are interested in E. Basically. So after all that, our TN. So that is what. Then after you doing all what we have just done today, you can you try to explain these colors to the different people. This can happen to all these parts of the document, like with no expression. Just that I didn't want to. My screen is not good, but if you try to notice, all the reds mean revalidation, 1 year. This color means revalidation, 5 years. So this person has taken 5 years without doing this some training. Then this. So if he does this training, let us say the same month, the same date, but this year, it would go back to green. You see? So that is automating a TNA, and I think I've exhausted the whole TNA for you guys. Gamazima, yes, you guys. Please, if you are to watch the video, watch it, because you may even watch it 4 times, 5, but the truth is you will learn from it. You learn how to interact with all these functions and formulas. Yeah, the whole TNA is just there. Then maybe in the next video, I will try to show you how to link this to this. This is a complete summary of whatever you are seeing here in the TNA. All these numbers, and these are the actual percentages. For me to elaborate more, like let me show you. Let us just focus on this. So you'll notice that 15 mandatory trainings, 13 have been done. So, and this is a constructional permit work system awareness. So let us look for that training. Here it's the first training. So try to notice. So since it's the first training, remember they have told us that there are how many trainings that need to be done. There are 15, but only 13 have been completed. So if we are to count, this is the greens: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 13. Then the ones that need to be done, these are 2 to make 15. So let's say this training was done. The percentage here is at 14%. This training, let's say it has been done, and this percentage is at 86. So let's try to, let me just give it today. I think I've renamed something. I think this was construction. So let me say this is 12th of Jan 2025. The moment I clicked here, this changed, this changed. This was 14, moved to 18. Then this was at 86, now it's at 93. The trainings that were 13, now they are 14. So I'll be taking you through this, I think, in our next video as we continue to work together. So basically, that's the TNA, and yeah, it is a good tool. You can use these functions when you're working with fitness to work tracker, managing systems, tracking data. All these were built, and once you appreciate them, you you will become invisible. Otherwise, if you found this video helpful, yeah, I thank myself for taking some time to really look into all this, and also want to share it out to you. If you found this video helpful, please don't forget to share it out. Sharing is caring. Have a nice day.